Cobwebs. Welcome back, everybody. A great video for you today. The millennials, they go this way, they go that way. Several years ago, there was this movement amongst the millennial home buyers that ceiling fans in your house meant that you were poor. And I was just taking them out as fast as I could, just ripping out ceiling fans and putting in boob lights. Well, things have changed. I don't know what the deal is, but we're putting ceiling fans back in. This is a very special ceiling fan. It comes from a place called Parrot Uncle. Are you familiar with Parrot Uncle? Well, there'll be links in the description where you get your special millennial approved Parrot Uncle ceiling fans. If you're new here, this is the #1 home improvement YouTube channel in the entire world. The first 30 to 35 minutes is all assembly. We don't even get on the ladder. I believe you can purchase these Parrot Uncle fans at Home Depot as well as their website. Two colors. Ew, not very good colors. What color are we gonna go with? This color? What color is gonna match the floor better? That one or that one? I think we're going with this color down. Probably use this small drop one since we're so high up there. I've got to see how big it is because I don't want to get too close to the beam. Everything's looking pretty standard so far. Oh, we got a remote control and a receiver. That's something you're going to find in these new modern millennial approved ceiling fans. Is there's a remote. Alright. Lots of wire if you want to run a big pole. This is the trim for your light kit. 27K. Ooh, it's going to be yellow. So I've got 20 inches from the ceiling to the beam, the top of the beam. And I want to keep about 5 inches from the bottom of this light to the beam. I don't want to get too close. Gets too close, people start getting scared. 15.5. So that'll put us at about 16 inches. Getting about 4 inches from that. This installation looks like a standard ceiling fan install. Some of the newer ones that come from random places on the internet have unconventional assembly. But this is as straightforward as I've seen. Same thing they did 20 years ago. These are the arms, kind of cool looking arms. This goes down there like that. Does it go up like that? This is the #1 mistake that I've always made, and that is forgetting to put this escutcheon ring on before doing all this. And I don't know if this goes over the top like this. There's no, there's a friction. Let's see here. Probably should read the directions, but I think this is how it goes. Okay, got your pin in, set screws in, all the escutcheons stacked in correctly, and this little trim ring popped off, but that's, there you go, it goes back just like that. So this is the receiver for the remote control. These two here go to the wiring that comes out of the ceiling. White to white, black to red. Then everything on this end is color for color. Black goes to the motor, blue goes to the light, and the white goes to the neutral. And this ground will just get tied to the ground coming out of the ceiling and to the box. Sometimes the trick is getting all this in here like that. Keep in mind, it's going to go just like this. And all this has to somehow get contained in here. I usually end up wiggling this through there somehow. Move the ground out of the way. Just about like that. Let's get this there. Get it. There we go. What is it on? It's on that. Let's pull this out. Here's a close-up of how I have that tucked up in there. We got to take one of these screws out, and one will just get loosened on both sides, and then this ring will go up, turn, and then put the last two screws in. Look at these fancy bulbs, huh? Too bad it's gonna get covered up, but this is what it's gonna give that 27K color. So I just turned the light switch on, and I'm gonna test out the remote. Okay, I just hit this light bulb. It turns it off. Is that different than that? I wonder why there's two light bulbs. One. Okay, so that is blowing air down backwards. Now we're gonna go up to 2. Spin a little faster. And now 3, max speed. Whoo! Gonna have liftoff here. Whoa. Looks pretty good. Doesn't put off that much light. All right, that is the end of today's video, I think. I might start putting in some bonus footage, some discussion at the end of the videos. Not sure what we would discuss. Maybe the previous video, maybe your questions from the previous videos, things like that. So always stick around to the end and check, make sure there might be some bonus material. Alrighty, well, it was a long one. I did not set any records putting that together. There were a few extra steps in stacking everything together. I got a little ahead of myself down here on the floor and actually had to undo a step or two because I wasn't thinking straight. before I put the final assembly up. Goodbye. We're going to do a little bonus material. It's going to be a short one. There really wasn't that many comments on the last video. The most common one was, what happens when the batteries die in those smart locks? You can get into the house with an actual key. If you don't have your key, you can take a 9-volt battery and stick it on the outside. On the outside of the lock set, there's these 2 little prongs hidden underneath it. You can't even see it unless you get down underneath there. And you stick a 9-volt battery into it and then touch it, or push your key code in and it should open right up. I had a couple questions about the pricing. Not too much of a pushback. You never know how people are going to take your pricing. They can lose their minds, or they can say, oh, you need to charge more. But if you go to the website, the Lockly website, I'll put a link down in the description below the video so you can see it for yourself. If you scroll down past the lock, you can get it installed. How do you get it installed? You just sign right up there on their website and they'll send somebody out to install it. Installation starting at $129. The key part of that phrase is starting. I charge $100 for a nice door. Nice newer door, pre-hung door, not like a 1950s, 60s door with a lot of problems. The installers that you would get through their website also would raise their price once they get there. Once they get there and take a look at it, the price would go up. On a house with 3 exterior doors, they save $90 by using me. They could almost get a half a tank of gas with that $90. So if you got questions about ceiling fans, you got questions about anything home improvement, drop it down in the comment section below and we'll talk about it next week. Another update. My business channel, it just passed 100,000 subscribers and it's been 54 days since I've uploaded my last video over there. I have a big whiteboard in my house, in my little man cave editing room, and I've got all sorts of discussion topics written on it. It's not big enough. There are too many ideas over there. But if you do follow me or are subscribed to the business channel, keep an eye out for a business video coming in the next week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.